Hello, Keith Rucker here, VintageMachinery.org. Guys, today I am down at the Florida Flywheelers, big show down in Central Florida. And if you guys watch the channel a lot, I know some of you guys went through the project where we were working on the clutch for the steam engine. And here it is right behind me. We've actually got this running. And I want to real quickly let this gentleman here tell you a little bit about it, because it belongs to him and the club down here. So anyway, go ahead, tell us who you are.
I'm John. I'm a member of the Florida Flywheelers. I've been running this engine for several years and maintaining it. Keith helped us over the summer with some machine work on our clutch that we had trouble with. The internal bore of it wore to the point where we needed to do some repair. So between Jim Bollinger and Keith Rucker, they were able to help us do the machine work, and we put it back together, and it runs great.
Good deal. So what's the story on this? I mean, what year is it? Size?
Well, it's a 75 horsepower case. It was built in 1910. The club acquired it approximately 10 years ago, and we've been running it at our shows ever since. Okay, good deal. And do y'all know any of the history about where it came from or anything? We don't.
Yeah, that's not uncommon.
Yeah, we sure don't.
That's not uncommon at all. So yeah, tell us about, you can actually see the arm up in here. Kind of tell us about what part we fixed and what it does.
The part that wore is the bore of this piece, and if you can envision this arm attached to a collar that extends all the way to the main bearing journal, and around the outside of it is this clutch mechanism and the drive gear, and then the crankshaft runs on the inside of it. So when the tractor is standing still, the shaft's turning inside of this piece, and this piece doesn't turn. When you're driving this tractor, the clutch shoes bite into the flywheel and causes that to turn, which in turn turns the gear, which is keyed to it, and drives the tractor.
So we got some video of this running in a few minutes, but you'll see that right now they're really just running this kind of as a more or less a stationary engine. They're using the flat belt pulley to power a sawmill. So we got a belt coming here. So right now in the video, this clutch is not even engaged.
That's correct.
It's actually just spinning inside of this. But when they want to engage the wheels on the tractor to start moving, the clutch arms come down and friction comes in between them, and basically this clutch arm will start turning, which turns a gear, goes to other gears, etc.
Yep.
And that's basically what it's doing here.
Anyway, that wore from decades of standing still, running a belt like we are, and it wore an oblong hole, and so we bored it, and Keith made some bushings for us, pressed them in, and now we have a perfect fit.
And it appears to be running good.
It runs very smooth. Many comments today on how quiet it is.
Oh, great. So, and y'all have got this powered up to a sawmill. What's the story on the sawmill?
It's a Frick. Don't know the number. I think it's a 2, but we've had it since the club bought this property back in the late 90s. That sawmill cut most of the lumber that our village is built out of.
Cool, cool, very neat. Well, I got some video of this thing running a little while ago. When we came up, they actually started it up, so we're kind of shooting this out of order, but to make sense of what's going on, we'll play this first. But we'll show you some footage of everything running, and guys, I thought we'd be neat to just do a follow-up since we're down here and everything's going, and kind of see this project come to fruition. So many times on my channel, I work on some part and send it back to someone, and we don't ever get that follow-up.
Never see it again.
Yeah, so it's really nice to be able to come down here today and actually see this thing in operation and see that we were successful in our repair.
Very successful. Thank you, Keith.
Yeah, very good, very good. So there you go, guys. We'll cut to some footage of this thing running, and let's take a look at their sawmill operation. Great, thank you.
Thank you.
So let's do a quick walk through the machine shop here. Just show you real quickly the machines in here. They got a nice little Reed Prentice lathe, another little jet here. This one's a import lathe, but I'm sure the main reason they got it is for doing metric stuff on it, since most of the American stuff wouldn't do that. Shaper, big Lodge and Shipley lathe back here. This Lodge and Shipley was the lathe that they turned the crankshaft off of the steam engine. They had to weld it up where it was worn down, same area where we had to put the bushings in. And after they welded up, Jim Bollinger actually did that in his shop. They came back out here and turned it back down on this lathe here. And I think there may be a video out there showing that. Got a big mill machine over here, Brian Sharp. Big vertical mill, Bridgeport, mainstay in most machine shops, and another little metal lathe here, as well as a big radial drill. And one of the really cool things that they've got set up out here is this little area here, which they've got set up with old timing machines running off of a line shaft. So we've actually got this gasoline engine here. It's belted up to the line shaft. The line shaft runs down the shop, and then all the different machines are belted up off that main line shaft that runs down the center here. So you got, like right here, coming over to a counter shaft. You can see the counter shaft in front of this old South Bend lathe. Here's the lathe down here. Goes up to the counter shaft. Notice there's two drive pulleys here and here. This one has a half twist. This is straight. So this one, depending on which one of these two pulleys you engage, it either runs in forward or reverse. And then you got a cone pulley up top that goes down to a matching cone pulley on the lathe, and that gives you 4 different speeds. And then there's also back gears inside this head, which gives you 4 more speeds. So basically you had 8 different speeds that would run on this lathe. So they've got a little Cincinnati horizontal mill in here, as well as a big drill press back here in the back. So anyway, real quickly, just a little quick tour of the machine shop out here at the Florida Flywheelers. So guys, I think that's going to be a wrap. Just a real quick video. Thought I'd show the steam engine, a few other things from my trip out here. We've also been going through the swap meet today, picking up a few items. I didn't really do any video of that, but Jim and I have had a really good time riding around doing that, and picked up a few goodies, and I'll probably share some of that stuff with you in an upcoming video. And with that, guys, we're going to sign off. As always, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next video.